Yo, it's a boy, Awkward Zombie, taking names and kicking behinds. Here was a new video in time for St. Valentine's. So, as you all know, St. Valentine's Day is all about romance and dating. So today, I'm going to give you the best dating advice based on years of real-life experience. No, I'm just kidding. You think I care about dating? Do you see the name of this channel? Okay, so today, I'm going to talk about something related to an important part of Japanese culture, and that is the department store chocolate fairs. Every year, from mid-January to St. Valentine's Day, all of the major department store chains in Japan have these chocolate fairs where they sell a lot of chocolate. And I'm not talking about like Hershey's or Kit Kats or those convenience store chocolates that C-Dog will probably put in some video with a misleading clickbaity title like "I ate every chocolate in Japan." No, none of that normie stuff. I'm talking about the fancy stuff. Yeah, so I picked some of my favorite chocolates I got from these chocolate fairs, and I decided to put them in a tier list. First, we have 3 items from Royce. This is a really famous brand from Hokkaido, and you can probably find them at most, if not every, chocolate fair, and they also show up at like the Hokkaido fairs that happen a couple times a year in a lot of department stores. And you can also find their stuff at like Chubu Airport in Nagoya, and I think I also saw them at Haneda Airport in Tokyo, unless I'm remembering wrong. So first, we have their Royce's Nama Choco. So I'm not sure what Nama Choco is called in English. I looked it up and apparently it's called ganache, but from what I can tell, ganache is used in like icing or stuff that you put on like cakes and other stuff. Nama Choco, you keep it refrigerated and then you cut it into pieces, like square pieces, and you eat them with like a fork or toothpick, and they're so delicious. The first time I had Nama Choco, it was at I think it was a chocolate fair, or maybe it was a Hokkaido fair. I don't remember, but they were giving out free samples, and I took one bite, and it blew my mind. I had no idea that chocolate could be so soft, so rich, and they have a lot of flavors. Apparently, their most popular flavor is the cafe au lait, but I also like their tiramisu, their bitter Ghana, their white chocolate, and also their orange and mango, and that one's a limited time edition one. I think it's seasonal. So with that said, this one easily goes in amazing. Okay, the next item is Royce's potato chip chocolate. Now, these aren't like your typical Lay's or Fritos. These are some chunky chips covered in chocolate. You pick one up, you can practically feel the weight of the sugar and the sodium. Each bite has the crunch of the sweet chocolate coating and the salty potato chip, creating a harmony of guilty pleasure. And these come in different flavors like fromage blanc and caramel and ishigaki salt. So I'll put this one in pretty good, because personally I don't like potato chips, and also there's around 1,000 calories per bag. Okay, the next one is Royce's chocolate macarons. So I have mixed feelings about macarons. So they're pretty good. I like them. I don't buy them that often, even though I see them at chocolate fairs and also the convenience stores, simply because they come in small serving sizes and they're pretty overpriced. So I'll put Royce's chocolate macarons and really good because I haven't had that many macarons before in my life, but these are easily the best. The chocolate coating, the chocolate inside, that rich, thick texture, the rich fillings. It's really sweet and so rich, so good. Okay, so next we have two items from Le Tao. As you can tell from the name, it's a famous French brand. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's another brand from Hokkaido, from a city called Otaru. And Otaru, backwards in the Japanese syllabary, is Lutao, which is where that name comes from. So I picked out two items, and I actually haven't tried Lutao's items until like this year. They have some pretty famous Namachoco, like Royce. So the first item is Lutao's Royal Montagne. I don't know if I said that name right. So this Namachoco uses a lot of Darjeeling tea leaves, and the taste is really strong. You take one bite of it, and you can instantly taste that red tea flavor, and you can sense its aroma spreading throughout your mouth. And just like all other Namachocos, the texture, it's so soft, it's so good. So, along with Royce's Namachoco, I'll put it in the amazing tier. Okay, the next one is Lutao's Niagara Chocolate Blanc Flay. Again, I don't know if I said that right. So this is another Namachoco, and this one is made using Niagara wine. Apparently, Niagara is the name of a grape in Hokkaido, not related to the waterfall. So when you open up the package for this one, you can instantly smell the scent of grape. And as you bite into it, there's that gentle taste of wine as it melts on top of your tongue. It's so good. I think I actually prefer it over the Montagne. So this one also goes up in the amazing tier. I like both of these Namachoco from Le Tao. Royce definitely has a wider variety of Namachoco, and it definitely has more value for money. The serving sizes are better, and they're for the same price, if not cheaper. And both of these Namachocos from the town, they are pretty unique. They're not like any other chocolate or at least any other Namachocos that I've tried from like other brands. So I'll give them credit for that. I do want to try more of their Namachocos. Oh snap! So next we have two items from Ishia. Ishia is another famous brand from Hokkaido, and they're the ones that make Shiroi Koi Biso. And you might have seen them before. It's sold at a lot of souvenir places in Japan. There are these little langue de chat sandwiches. They're like these two thin pieces of langue de chat cookies with a thin layer of chocolate between them, and the crispy texture of the langue de chat cookies and the flavor of the chocolate. They're so good. If you ever come to Japan, I recommend them. Also, I remember seeing in Osaka that had like this package that instead of Shiroi Koi Bito, it says Omoshiroi Koi Bito. And Shiroi Koi Bito means white lover, but Omoshiroi Koi Bito means funny lover. I think it's a joke because Osaka is famous for its manzai comedy. I think the insides are the same though. It's just the packaging that's different. The first item is their Mifuyu Millefiyu. I think that's a pun. So Millefiyu is this French confectionery that's like it has layers of wafers with cream fillings between them. And this one also has a a coating of chocolate over it. And it comes in, it has blueberry, caramel, and maroon flavors. Maroon? I don't know. There's also a limited edition, like seasonal strawberry filling. They're all so good. Now, you might be looking at this and be thinking like, oh, awkward zombie, it looks like bougie Kit Kat. Yeah, it is kind of like Kit Kat, but the main differences are that obviously the cream filling and also the wafer part, while it's still kind of crunchy, is more soft than Kit Kat. And obviously it's better quality overall than Kit Kat. So I think I'll put this one in the pretty good tier. While it's really good, or it tastes really good, it's not like amazing or mind-blowing. And the wafer part, personally, it doesn't quite do it for me. Oh boy, so a minute ago I was talking about Shiroi Koibito and Ishiya's langue de chat sandwiches. So this is Ishiya's Sac langue de chat, which is their collection of Shiroi Koibito, but in different flavors. So these come in caramel, Hokkaido cheese, Hokkaido wine, Janduya, milk, and matcha milk. Personally, my favorites are caramel and Hokkaido wine, but they're all so good. As I mentioned earlier, the flavor of the chocolate and the crispy texture of the langue de chat cookies, they're so good. They're amazing. Oh yeah. I actually haven't seen Ishiya at any Valentine's Day chocolate fairs in the past 2 years or so, but they still show up at Hokkaido fairs, which happen like every few months. So, and also, if you live in Japan, you can order from their online store. They don't ship internationally, at least not right now. You can find some of their stuff on Amazon, so there's that. So next, we have 2 items from Club Holiday. The first one is their chocolate Baumkuchen. So Baumkuchen are pretty big in Japan. You can find mini Baumkuchen at Lawson's and Daily Yamazaki, and sometimes other convenience store chains. In fact, the very first I ate in Japan was a matcha green tea Baumkuchen from the Lawson's at Kansai Airport. I like their buttery flavor and the soft texture. They're so good. So Club Holiday's Baumkuchen, they have Baumkuchen and like chocolate, milk chocolate, caramel, strawberry, and matcha green tea. And they also have this ganache filling in the center. So you're supposed to microwave it and melt the ganache and eat it with a Baumkuchen. It's so good. Yeah, I think I'll put this in the really good tier. Yeah, you can find a lot of Baumkuchen at these Valentine's Day chocolate fairs too. Oh yeah, Ishiya also has their own Baumkuchen. Like, they have white chocolate Baumkuchen, and I think that butter Baumkuchen, or is it something else? I don't remember. I didn't bother putting them on this list because I don't know, I got lazy and I didn't want to repeat anything, even though I have 3 different Namachoco up here. Okay, also from Club Holiday is their heart brownie. So their brownie has this heart and puzzle motif, and there's like this heart-shaped hole in the mid, around the center, and you're supposed to put the heart-shaped piece inside it before you eat. And I tried putting the heart piece inside, but the hole was like just barely small enough to fit it inside, and I didn't bother sliding it all the way inside. So just like the baumkuchen, I also microwaved this one. But as you can see from the picture, there's ganache not just on the hard piece, but on other parts of the brownie too. So when I microwaved it, like almost all of the ganache had partially melted and soaked into the brownie, except for the part on top of the hard piece. It was just like halfway melted. I was surprised by how soft it was. It felt more like chocolate cake than a brownie. At least the kind of brownie I usually eat. Oh yeah, and it has macadamia nuts, like a lot of brownies. And it also comes in milk chocolate and matcha green tea. So, I'm kind of on the fence about this one. I think I'll put this in the pretty good tier, even though I think it's just on the border of really good and pretty good. Okay, so far we covered some nama choco made with wine, some langue de choc cookies, some baumkuchen, and millefeuille. Now, by now you might be thinking, oh man, Awkward Zombie wasn't kidding when he said these were the fancy stuff. Well, let me introduce you to Fouché Olympus, the most bougie brand on this list. So, I've seen this brand at the chocolate fairs a lot of times, and usually I don't buy at them because their serving sizes are pretty small, and for their size, they are overpriced. And if you just look at them, you can see why. Each piece of chocolate, it looks like a work of art. You can literally put them inside an art museum or some indie exhibit in Miami. So the first item is their Harukanaru Etoile. Harukanaru is Japanese for distant, and Etoile is French for star. That's how you know it's fancy. This is like the anime of Joe-sama of chocolates. So this set has 7 pieces of chocolate, each one based on a different planet in the solar system, and each one has a different flavor. So there's Uranus, which is caramel cafe, Jupiter, which is caramel citron, and Venus is caramel salé, Gaia, which is caramel matcha, Mars, which is caramel fruit de la passion, Mercury, which is caramel framboise, and Kronos, which is caramel orange. Whoa. Yeah, they all contain caramel, and personally, I like caramel, so good for me. So these chocolate all have a milk, dark chocolate, or white chocolate shell with a caramel filling inside. And so in terms of structure, they're pretty straightforward, but they look amazing. And the filling, it's so good, it's so rich. If I had to pick a favorite, I think I'd say either the Uranus, the caramel cafe, or the Gaia, the matcha, the caramel matcha, or maybe Jupiter, the caramel citron. So the insides look pretty simple, and also they're all shaped like semi-spheres. And if you look at the bottom, they're just regular textured chocolate. It's hard to judge this one. They do taste really good, but they're not actually mind-blowing. And in terms of the creativity, there are other brands of chocolate that bring to the table what Fouché Olympus does, besides the presentation. Oh man, where do I put this? Oh no, I can't decide. Okay, I guess I'll put this in the the pretty good tier. As I said, the filling is so good and rich. In terms of taste, it's good, but it's not amazing or mind-blowing, even though the presentation is amazing. Okay, so the next item is Fouché Olympus's Cupid no Koi Ruby, which means the Cupids love ruby. Pretty straightforward. So this set contains 6 pieces of chocolate. Also, there's another set that contains 8 pieces, but I bought the cheap one. So this one has almond, which is almonds with raisins inside. There's a ruby, which is like strawberry. The noisettes, which is hazelnuts. The gingembre, which is ginger. The cupidon, the flamboyant, which contains raspberry. And then there's a noir, which is just bitter chocolate. So in this one has the almond, which looks and feels like a Rice Krispies. Yes, but with chocolate inside. It's still good though. All of the other pieces of chocolate, they have chocolate filling instead of caramel, but they're still pretty straightforward, just like the Halo Étoile. I was surprised by the gingembre. It has a really strong ginger taste. I took one bite of it and it feels and tastes like regular chocolate, and then the ginger taste comes in all of a sudden like a truck. It's pretty strong. I was surprised. And the ruby and the cupidon are also pretty good. I like the strawberry and raspberry taste. So rich. Unlike the Halo Étoile, it doesn't have that sticky, liquidy caramel filling. It has more of that thick chocolate filling. And it's still so good. I think I'll put this one after the Halo Étoile. I prefer the caramel ones. I was actually surprised by how much variety there could be in caramel. The Halo Étoile was pretty good. Even though I only put in the pretty good tier, I still recommend it. Okay, the next item is from a brand called Pistachio Mania. So personally, I really like pistachio, and sometimes, depending on the situation, I like mania too. This item is the Pistachio Weekend. It's a lot like the Languisha sandwich from Asia. It has 2 cookies that are a lot like Languisha. They have the same texture, but apparently they have pistachio paste mixed in them. And also there's a big square slab of chocolate between them. And unlike the Languisha sandwich though, this chocolate is actually baked, so it has a firm, solid, yet soft texture. This item comes in chocolate and amaro strawberry flavors. The chocolate one, it has a gentle taste. When you open it up, you can instantly smell the aroma of freshly baked butter cookies. It's sweet, but also like gentle, like not too strong. On the other hand, the strawberry one, it has a ton of strawberry flavor inside it. When you open it up, you can smell the strong scent of strawberry. When you bite into it, the strong strawberry flavor hits you hard. It's really sweet. So if you like strawberries or strawberry flavored chocolate things, there's that. I really like this one. I think this is a firm, really good tier item. Okay, the next item is the Choco Epicent, the chocolate-coated shrimp crackers from Kelby. So, you might have seen shrimp crackers before. I don't know if they sell these in the import section of Walmart or wherever, But back when I lived in Melbourne, my mom used to buy these at this small Korean market. So I actually grew up eating shrimp crackers. Here in Japan, you're gonna find them at pretty much every convenience store and supermarket. So, and they come in different flavors like wasabi, butter, and salad dressing. So, what about these chocolate coated ones? Well, I like shrimp crackers, so I like these too. But to be honest, the chocolate doesn't really harmonize with the shrimp flavor and the texture of the crackers. It's not like the chocolate potato chip from Royce, where the saltiness and the chocolate blend together really well. It's more like strawberry ramen. It looks good on paper. It looks good on social media. It's a nice gimmick, but once you actually put it in your mouth, it doesn't really work out. I think shrimp crackers are meant to be savory, not sweet. So I'm going to put this in the OK tier. The first item on this, the first OK item on this list. These shrimp crackers also come in a strawberry chocolate coating flavor too. I never tried it before though, and it's also available only around Valentine's Day. Both the chocolate and the strawberry chocolate ones. The next item is from Audrey, a brand that's famous for its strawberry chocolate confections, and they have a couple stores in Tokyo and Yokohama. This item is their Audrey Milk Chocolate. As you can tell from the name and the picture, they're just strawberries in slabs of soft chocolate ganache. The chocolate is so soft and sweet, and the strawberries, they're so juicy, they're so good. When I go to these department store chocolate fairs, this item is usually sold out. I think to keep the strawberries fresh, they have limited inventory, and they have shipments coming at certain times of the day. And they'll actually have a sign that says when the next shipment will come in, and you can get a reservation ticket essentially. So you can get a ticket, and when it's time for the next shipment to come in, you can wait in line and get your item. And this item is in high demand though, so I imagine that the lines would be really long. I'm going to put this in the really good tier. Should I put it in front of the pistachio or behind it? Okay. It's so sweet, so soft and juicy. I recommend it. Okay, these last three items I got from Hankyu department store in Umeda, which is the bougie part of Osaka with all the high-rise buildings. And there they had this huge section for kankitsu jets, which are like orange jets, but instead of just oranges dipped in chocolate, they have a bunch of different citrus fruits. Oh yeah, kankitsu is Japanese for citrus fruit. Also, I think kankitsu jet is a made-up word. I think they made it up for marketing purposes. Anyway, they had this huge variety of kankitsu jets, or at least they had a huge variety before I got there, and the shelves were 85% empty. But anyway, I managed to get a box set from Japan Juice Orange Jet Farm. So they had 4 different box sets, and the one I got was the Hana, which is Japanese for flower. So this box set contains 5 different kankitsu jets. Shizuoka Mikabi Mikan, Hiroshima Lemon, Kochi Yuzu, Ehime Iyokan, and Miyazaki Hyuga Natsu. I don't know the difference between those citrus fruits. I've actually never tried Orange Jets before, but as a Melbourne-raised zombie, I feel like I had an obligation. So after trying out chocolate-dipped citrus fruits for the first time, I have to say that my mind was blown. My gosh. Even though the fruits are dried, they still have their original taste, and they still have a bit of juice inside them. The Mikabi Mikan, it still has that citrusy sweetness, and it works so well with the chocolate. And the Hiroshima lemon, there's just a single slice of it, but my gosh, that citrusy sour taste, it was so strong, and yet it still didn't overwhelm the taste of the chocolate, and it somehow worked so well. Well, my favorites are definitely the Mikabi Mikan and Hiroshima lemon, but the Kochi Yuzu is also really good too. If you like yuzu, you should definitely try it out if you have the chance. In comparison, the Ehime Iyokan and the Miyazaki Hyuganatsu don't taste that strong at all. I can hardly taste the citrus fruit in them. Actually, I also got this one pack of 2 Orange Jets from Kikaki and Cat Cocoa. Apparently, the Mikan is from Ehime and the chocolate is from Thailand. I didn't put this on the list because this is one of the brands that were at Hankyu, and most of the brands were out of stock, and I just picked this one randomly. And I didn't put on the list because I didn't think it was a good representation of a representative of all the brands that were there. Incidentally though, there's this really big alignment chart that I evaluated all of the brands based on their how sweet or bittersweet and how hard or soft they were. And this one was in the top right. Yeah, no bottom left here. So just like according to the alignment chart, this one was really soft and really bitter. It was covered in syrup, and it was all sticky. But it was really juicy. It was really juicy, but it was really bitter. I don't know if I'll buy this one again. I'll try something sweeter next time. It's still good though. Okay, so I probably put the Orange Jet Farm Kankitsu Jets. Oh man, wait, where should I put them? The Mikan Yuzu and Hiroshima Lemon were amazing. But the other two, not so much. Oh man, should I put up here with some Monkisha and Namachoco? Or should I put it down here along with the 3 strawberries and pistachio cookies and macarons? Oh man. You know what? I probably put it down here along with all of these. Even though they're really, really good. The Namachoco and Langasha are in their own class. They're still so good though. Okay guys, we finally made it to the last 2 items on this list. So these 2 are actually pretty simple. The white Mikan chocolate and the salt and blood orange from Kankitsu Okoku. So these 2 are simple chocolate bars. The Mikan white chocolate has a gentle taste that's so sweet, and the aroma of white chocolate mixed with Mikan mandarin orange, it's so heavenly, so good. And then there's a salt and blood orange, which has a strong bitter taste that's also salty, and also has a tiny bit of orange in it. The taste is a lot more bitter and a lot stronger, but still so good. Yeah, I like both of these. There's not a whole lot else to say about them. They're simple chocolate bars. Simple, but delicious. I'm going to put them in the pretty good tier. I guess I'll put them. Oh, what the heck? I'll put them behind Fouché Olympus and in front of the potato chip chocolate. Okay, guys, we did it. We finally made it to the end of the tier list. So, I actually started editing this video already, and I didn't realize it's over 30 minutes long. My gosh, I wasn't planning on doing a comprehensive foodie review. I just wanted to talk about Japanese chocolate. I know that part of the reason is because I talk really slow and I stutter a lot, and I'm not good at describing food. I just say stuff like, so good, so rich, taste, flavor, taste. Anyway, guys, I hope you learned about Japanese chocolate, I guess. And these are just a couple of the brands that you can find there. There's a whole bunch of items that you can find at these chocolate fairs, and these are just 1%, maybe 1.1% of the items you can find. There's also a whole bunch of boutique brands by some Japanese chocolatiers from France that are even more bougie than Fouché Olympus. If you ever come to Japan from mid-January to St. Valentine's Day, I recommend you try one of these chocolate fairs. I recommend you go there on a weekday afternoon. If you go there on a weekend, they will be very, very crowded. They also have some items that you can eat inside the store, like ice cream, gelato, parfaits, and chocolate-covered French fries. They're actually okay. If you ever come to Japan anytime other than Valentine's Day, I recommend you look up if there are any Hokkaido fairs as well. They'll have stuff from Royce and Lutau, and also Ishiya, and they also have a lot of seafood and some meat like pork, some other food from Hokkaido. Hokkaido has a lot of good food, so I recommend you look them up if you ever come to Japan. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you all for watching, and as always, if you liked this video, hit the like button. If you didn't like it, hit the dislike button. I'll take any engagement I can.